Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he's... at the 18. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Looking for space. It's Love. Got the first down and more. Right midfield, he's got room. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Got it. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Syracuse's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Let's think a little bit about Syracuse. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
Syracuse will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Notre start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Finds his tight end. Runs from the tackle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Pauling. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Caught near the sticks. It's live. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. In motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try the run. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years. And the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is...
It's a seam wide open. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to...
Touchdown! Fighting Irish! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
It's so nice to have guys out wide that you just trust that you can feed the football, and this guy will do the rest, will cross that goal line, will take care of you, make you look like a genius. That's that kind of guy right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. After not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Looking to fire. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
How about the speed and athleticism in the back end of this defense? They came after the tight end with conviction, and they land a huge hit to prevent him from getting the 1st.
Caught in the backfield, it's Willis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Under fire. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here come the Irish, back on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll toss it to the left. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. They'll go right back to him. Breaks the tackle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Nice run there. Doesn't it just feel like Notre Dame football when you see that too? You know, you got touchdown Jesus looking down, and one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to have is big uglies up front. Guys pushing the pile. NFL talent on this offensive line. Just having their way. Making life easy for these running backs. It is a beautiful thing to see.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. From the gun, running back on the move. He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Got the quick pass. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out, continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down. Handoff to the single running back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No serve, no moss, get it together.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
I know the aggressive play is to go for the touchdown, but with a little bit of lead right here and a great start for my offense, I'm going to kick this field goal, Palmer.
I'm going the other way. I'm going aggressive here. You can put the nail in the coffin with the touchdown. Even if you don't get it, they still have to drive the entire field on your defense.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And here comes the field goal unit. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Nixon. And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Wants to fire on second down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. Man, you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Pulls it in down the sideline. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Wants to throw on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Cook. Open space at the 25. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Back to pass, it's Carr. Using the quick game. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Here comes the heat. Got it set up on the outside. Turns it on in midfield. Ernie on the Jets. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Pauling. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out quickly. Oh, it's a running room. Touchdown, Irish. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Nixon. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Rides the back on the option to give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Caught behind the line. It's Ross Simmons. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And here comes the punt team. Now on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here come the Irish back on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Tight end finds a soft spot. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Works the middle of the field. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Nixon. And the returner will be knocked down. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're... first half. But after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Plows through the defense. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Second down, they'll go to the air. The sure hands, it's Willis. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Syracuse right back at it. Gonna look downfield again. Trying to get rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
To the air, it's Carr. Catch in the middle, it's Price. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
From the gun, looking for a man. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Going to the run to start this second half. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Syracuse, with that legacy of running backs, just ripped off a huge one there. Let's see what they've got this time. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Cook. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to throw again. Pocket breaking down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Makes a grab for a big play. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. On the move at the 30. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. The give out of the gun. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. He caught it. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the beatdown has ensued. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Nixon.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
That's caught. It's Ross Simmons. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Gonna run it. It's Willis. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Give to the running back. Powers through the defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run there. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
6th play of the drive coming up. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback keeps it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The Orange will have to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the punt hits ground in the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give to the single back. And they pick up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the running game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete downfield.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking.
Not able to. Here, incomplete.
Listen, you can't make every play, you can't cover everybody, but it's really nice when you get the bonus of swatting the ball down and making sure that quarterback doesn't get a completion and doesn't get a big play.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. On target to the left. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there. And
Great job by the DB on that play. How many times in these types of deep ball situations do we see pass interference? That cornerback could not have played that ball better.
To the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Coming out with it, it's Nixon. And the returner goes down. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third-down play to keep the drive going. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. They bring the punter onto the field now. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. On the ground, it's Price. All out of space. There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, Irish. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Nice move to keep running. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Nixon. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. In the final period with a third down play. Wants to throw on third down. Fires to the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Wants to throw on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Backed up now, here's second and long. Fires to the big fella. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him stopped, but the big get has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Trying to run, it's Willis. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, he'll throw it. Hauls it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. How about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, make it free! Defense grabs the football, and there he goes! They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And he was fighting with everything he had, Jesse, trying to reach whatever he could, scratch, crawl, fight for that little bit of yardage he needed to get the first down, but it didn't look like he was going to get there anyway.
No, ball security still has to be at a premium, though, David. 5 points of pressure, right? Fingertips, palms, forearms, biceps, and chest. Moving forward in this game, got to do a better job because this defense, they're going to be trying to rip the ball free.
Right back to the well. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Trying to beat the DD. He's got it on the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Motion from the back. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Fires to the wideout. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And he missed it. No good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Hard in the backfield. It's Nixon. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Syracuse will be forced to punt.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop. And that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
And they not only knocked him down behind the line, they also put him back under the century mark for the day.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. Mark it at the 32. The first snap of this drive comes from the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Syracuse will send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Takes it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. They're testing the right side here. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board and figure some things out because this wasn't a great day.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They're still firing away even with this lead. Gets drilled as he throws the big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking downfield on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation